hello. We are back again. This time, White Palace. First, I gave in. I looked up location of the love key. I think it's fastest go this way. Looked at the location of the love key. I was like, oh. It is in the gardens, I've just walked past it. I also extra gave in. It's like, okay, where's Deep Focus? I know I've had it by this point. Apparently it's in Crystal Peak somewhere, so... we're gonna go get those. Oh, fuck that up. Deep Focus, because... frankly speaking, I don't really want to do White Palace without it, just... with the way my strat works, I don't actually use Hive Blood. I don't like waiting around for it. I'm also considering running a Grubberfly's Elegy with Grub Song. We use Grub Song and Deep Focus no matter what, but... Grubberfly's Elegy completes it, although it's probably unnecessary. Ah. There we go. Yes, Grubberflies, if you have both Grub Song and the Elegy, it gives a pretty sizable increase to the amount of soul you get from the Grub Song. With Grub Song and Deep Focus alone, you can almost fully sustain yourself. You get just a bit more, or you get just a bit too little soul from getting hit twice to actually get a heal off, like barely under. So in theory, honestly, well, I shouldn't even say theory. Honestly, it tends to be enough just because there are other sources of soul. And if you really want, you can run Hive Blood with it just to make sure, but... generally speaking, Grubberfly... ooh. I did not see this before. Generally speaking, Grubberflies... or not Grubberflies, Grub Song plus Deep Focus will be enough for White Palace. Hive Blood, unnecessary. But, depending on how many grubs I have after completing the Tower of Love left, I might go back for Grub Song, or Grubberflies, just a bit of insurance. I'm doing pretty well for myself right now. We'll see, though. I'll be playing it by ear anyways, and just seeing what I feel like. Oh, that was easy. These are usually a pain. That wasn't so bad. Let's go. What do you got to say for yourself? Leaves in Splendor, Pale Root. Amazing. Okay, yeah. So apparently I missed this bit. For some reason I thought I'd come through here. Guess not. Fuck you. Oh dear. You died. You don't even have the decency to give me any money. What's up with that? Too long spent together. We become as one. As there's a very bloated, Hollow Nest Noble here, of exceptional size, but there's void coming out of his eyes. Now the Collector is a being of the void. You get the love key, the key to the Collector's Tower from here. Is there void coming out of his eyes because he was killed by the Collector? Or because he maybe spawned it or in some way is connected to it? As too long together we become as one is a tad suggestive. But I don't know. This is just one of those, speculate, but never know kind of things. Maybe, maybe not. Die. Mossy Vagabonds again. It's probably actually just faster to go back. From whence we came. Oh, money I missed. Can't wait for a bunch of it to fall into the acid, but oh well. I can also upgrade a Fragile Heart now, I'm pretty sure. Should go back and do that at some point. Fuck you. I think it's 1200? It's like 12 or 1100, I think. Either way. Probably faster just go back to the Stag Station. So that's what we'll do. Fuck you. Yeah, Stag Station. Oh yeah, there's also someplace in Green Path. Cause last time we got the shortcut to Green Path, except not because I had never actually popped the shortcut side from Green Path. It's one that requires you to hit it from both sides. So actually, maybe let's go back through Fog Canyon to Green Path. Doesn't sound like a terrible plan. So I want to do that, complete the, what are they, Dream Trees, or whatever they're called? I want to complete the one in that area as well. And then I want to see if there's anything I've missed in that area, since it's clearly been not completed. So let's complete it. Also, fuck you. And then after that, Deep Focus, like I said. And then Saws. Speaking of the White Palace, we're not there yet, but... Oh. Fight. Lost. Indeed you are. Occurs to me I could have gone under these things, but oh well. And the jellyfish. You know what? Yes, something just considering with the White Palace. Maybe I should wait to talk about this until we actually get to the palace. Yeah, let's do that. We'll just enjoy the scenery for a minute. Ah, isn't it lovely? So is murdering our fellow bugs. Dash on through. They make a fun little noise. They're very cute. Although, I've somewhat soured to them after occasionally just not paying attention and walking into one. But that's of little matter. Aww. Yes, now we can just do this. We don't need to do no silly pogo and nothing. Already gotten that. Already gotten grub. I've not gone up there, though. So we are still incomplete. Not sure if I've done what's ever past here, either. Doesn't look like it. Ah, there you are. So I'd only gone part way. Well, we'll explore up there, but first... Dream Tree, or whatever it's called. Let's go. The one's up now, I think. That does loop around anyway. Ah, phooey. God. Ah, phooey. Oh, nice. The final fragment. Now I don't have to look that up. If I didn't find it after this session, I was gonna have to look that one up too, because I'm like, I feel like I've been almost everywhere. And indeed I have. Just not quite enough everywhere. Yay for cheating. Although, honestly, if you've gotten to a Queen's Garden without the acid resistance, I mean, A, good for you, nice going. It's totally doable. Although you should maybe look a little harder in some places. But most likely, by the time people reach the Queen's Garden, they'll have the acid resistance. Especially since some of the ways you get there involve the acid resistance. So if you, while it's entirely possible not to have it, chances are pretty good you will. What do you have to say? Greenkin lost, pass overgrown, dream forgotten. R.I.P. Lord. Yep. Greenkin are in a bit of a sad state, or the Mosskin. But they're a Mosskin. Oh, the people of Greenpath. Part of their territory got stolen by another higher being who shares not their dream. And on top of that, their higher being is not calling them back to the dream as they await for. It's just kind of chilling. Just a slug thing hanging out. Just sort of hanging out. Spitting charms at people who come by. They seem to know it's there, at least judging by the way the one you kill standing by the lake is staring at the lake. Seemingly yearning to get across to where its god is. Perhaps they have some understanding of its presence there. That at least is my theory, though whether they know for sure, if they just have a feeling, I don't know. But they can't cross the acid. So, sucks to be them, I guess. Okay. Ah! Take us away, Stag Man. Dirt Mouth is probably the fastest way. Dirt Mouth, Crystal Caves, yeah. We're getting deep focus right now, then we're gonna go for the Love Key. Or Tower of Love. Which, fastest way there? That's a good question. I wonder if the fastest way there actually is. I mean, there's... King Station. What am I thinking? King Station. You don't have to come through from, you don't have to come through Kingdom's Edge, that's what I was looking for. You don't have to come through Kingdom's Edge to get there, so King Station. I'm sure if it... Yeah, it would have made a difference. Okay. Big, shiny crystals. It is very pretty. Okay, supposedly, from what I remember, it's below where Cornifer is. So we're on the right track. Oh, nice. Two. Fish. Ah. I think I see it. Yeah. Just missed it this time around is all. Can't break that. This will be a Crystal Dash puzzle. Fun. Ow. Nice. Perfect timing. That's the way back, so... Ah! Oh, those don't hurt us. Ooh, pretty. I've forgotten what this looked like. Deep focus. That's a very pretty little area. I guess back the way we came then. Okay. Oh, nice little detour, I suppose. Simple enough. Probably not going to be making use of deep focus for any combat per se. I've tried it in the past versus Radiance, Grim, and other 2 mask hitters, but honestly, I think there's better options. It's viable, but you kind of need to combo it with a quick focus as well, and that's a lot of charm slots. It's not a bad combo, though, and I think I do want to at least reinforce that it's totally viable and could potentially be pretty good. If you're like, man, I'm struggling to sustain myself in fights. I can't get enough heals off versus these high damage enemies. What to do? Well, it's a very high commitment, but if you can make it work for you, you can make it work. People do, in fact, die when they're killed. Oh. Ah, never mind. Fastest way is still definitely King Station. Let's go. I don't need to update my charms, I don't think. I don't even have greed on. Well, that's fine. I don't need it. We have the money we need after all. You can die. City of Tears is such a pretty theme. Alright, Tower of Love. That was that noise. Yeah, this was the way to there from, Kingdom's Edge. Don't know why I keep slipping my hip mind. Oh well. No dreams. Can't get them in the jars, I guess, anyways. Yes, there's quite a few creatures in jars and a creepy laugh. Does not seem the most inviting. The laughter stops after it notices us. You mad, boy? I love the music. Just that distorted, a familiar theme, but a bit different. Uh-oh. It's a familiar boss theme, but it sounds funky, it sounds weird. Oops. And yes, this is basically just the fight in a nutshell. If you have Nailmaster's Glory, it's actually a really nice charm for this fight. Fuck you. And it dissolves into void. What the fuck exactly the Collector even is, besides just a being of void? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not sure if there's much in the way of hints about it. Be free. Collector's map. Location of imprisoned grubs. Be displayed. Yes. Collector is the one who stole away all the grubs and put them in jars and hid them all over the place. Now you've got its map of where it put them. Alright, we're missing one there. Below the station. Or is it above the grove? Oh, no, it's coming from there. Oh. How do I get there? So I'm missing one there. I know there's one I'm missing in Deep Nest, yes. Oh, there's one in the Queen's Gardens. There's one in the Teacher's Archives. Not though. Perhaps we'll clean that up then. What do I want to do? Palace. Ah, we can probably just do White Palace. Put the grubs on hold for a moment. Yes. I'm feeling the palace, I think. And honestly, we don't need Grubberfly's elegy anyways, so let's not. So first we're going to need to make a stop by the resting grounds for that, though. Our nail has not awakened, though we do have the essence. And yep. Should be ready. Resting ground. And then if we get through White Palace and I still feel like it, the fucking flower quest. Forward to that. Also, I'm just gonna say, the first time I did White Palace, I did not have Deep Focus. I did not have Grub Song. I did not have Hive Blood. Ah, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the dream now. Yes, the time has come. The dream now, and you as well, Wielder. It's time for both to awaken. The essence you have collected, the hope that still remains in this old kingdom, pure potential. Let it course through you and into the dream nail. Hold it aloft, Wielder. Awaken! Collected the awakened dream nail. The dream nail is upgraded. It can break into even the most protected mind. Ah, aha, yes. No dream can hide itself from you now. You can peer into the darkest places. You just need to find the right crack. What will you do with such a power, Wielder? Whose memories will you hunt down? Ha! Do as you wish. My promise is fulfilled. May the crimes of my tribe be washed away in time, like the rest of this kingdom's. So much essence, so bright. You truly are the Wielder my tribe so long has dreamed of. The folk of my tribe were born from a light similar to essence, similar to that powerful blade, though much brighter still. They were content to bask in that light, and honored it for a time. But another light appeared in our world, a worm that took the form of a king. How fickle my ancestors must have been! They forsook the light that spawned them, turned their backs to it, forgot it even. And so this kingdom was born from that betrayal, but the memory of that ancient light still lingered, hushed whispers of faith, until all of Hollownest began to dream of that forgotten light. Ah, but what's done is done, and so am I. The wielder has at last appeared, and I've held the memories of my tribe for long enough. It is time for us to be forgotten too. Don't remember us, wielder. Don't honor us. We do not deserve it. Ah, I'm sorry. Light, radiance, I remember you. And the seer vanishes into essence. A solemn moment. But we must now move on. Yes, the Moss were born from the Radiance, the source of the plague. And the plague, in fact, is the Radiance's demand, shall we say, to be remembered. Its own people, its own spawn, the Moss, which the Radiance itself is very moth-like. Distant Village is wrong. It's Hidden Station. Yeah, the Moss abandoned it when the Pale King came along. The Pale King also being a higher being, and higher beings seem tied to dreams and light. So they abandoned their higher being for another. They completely, and even in time, forgot it entirely. The Radiance was here before the King. That's why there's a statue to it atop the crown of Hollownest. And the Radiance did not like to be forgotten. And so, the infection happens. It is a moth god's demand to be remembered. And here we have the White Palace. Though we have yet to enter it properly. Oh. Oh, geez, I'm not doing well. Fortunately, they die fast enough. That was very poorly done of me. Yes, here we have the dream version of where we just were. The Pale King somehow took his entire palace out of reality and transported it into a dreamscape. With his king's mold being, I guess, the link to the dream. Strange, to say the least. Also here, the wings mold. Constructions, inner of void, the strange shell on the outside. Alright, we are going to recharm ourselves. Grub song. Oh, I'm only missing one charm. What am I missing? I'll figure it out later. Deep focus. We will not be running high blood. I think Mark of Pride. That's a very handy one to have. Then probably Quick Slash, since we can fit it. I think this should be good enough. With Quick Slash and Mark of Pride giving us increased pogo abilities, and the other two meant to sustain. Whee! Oh boy. That's a good start to this place. Man, the atmosphere to the White Palace is something, though. There's a lot of ways to get around here, too. I already don't have a great map of Hollownest in my head to begin with, and the White Palace I especially don't. I can vaguely remember the ways I've come before. I can thus navigate. Beyond that, I'm not quite as confident, I confess. Oh, can't go there. Oh, come on. Whatever. You can see the King's Mold is also a creature of void inside a white shell. The Pale King experimented quite a bit with Void, it would seem. Both in the creation of his children, us, the Vessels, as well as some more mechanical beings. Oh, that was handy. Okay, yeah. I defeated 2 King's molds. The only 2 if you don't do the Path of Pain, which... I'll do it eventually. I've never actually done it before. So this will be a first time. But I'll get to it eventually, just not tonight, I think. Not tonight. Actually, let's see if I remember where it is. I'll keep my eyes open. I vaguely remember, because I have found it before, but... Oh! My king. All for us. They seem to... I think they think you are the king. You do, after all, bear his mark. Your troubles, let us... We will wait. If you hit them, they just dissolve into essence. They are, after all, naught but dreams. And there is no map for this area. Tough tooties. Ah, fuck the bench, who cares? We don't need no bench, we ain't gonna die. Okay. Swords! Yes, the palace is full of swords. What gives? My question about this is... The White Palace functions in game as a proving ground of sorts. You get through here proving your mettle, and you get the other half of the King's Soul. Ah, damn it, oh well. My wonder... Oh, I healed too early. Derp. Forgot. I have deep focus. No, 2 Suos. Ah, I'll just do it the normal way. Ah, fuck. Forgot again. Anyways, the question that I sort of ponder is... Did the king put these saws here knowing that there would be a vessel passing through on the way to get the the white fragment? Or did he just feel like decorating his palace with a bunch of frickin' buzzsaws? I mean, he did have a gift of foresight, and I don't see much other good reason to put a bunch of frickin' buzzsaws all over your goddamn palace. So I'm making the assumption, based off of those facts, that he probably wanted to make it a proving ground. Hey, going alright? We started the White Palace here. Not very far in yet. This area gave me a whole heaping hell of trouble on my first time through. But I am better at platforming and also actually charmed for it this time, so we shall see. Yes, last time I didn't have the ability to heal through the damage very well at all. I think there's an easier way around this room, but who cares? Yeah, last time I did this, I ended up relying on lifeblood, which, ugh. That was hell on earth. Do not recommend. Holy shit. Having a limited number of, failures allowed on a run through this place? Ugh. No. But this time we have Grub Song and, oh. Might be kind of fun. I won't be able to do it in the near future, but it could be interesting. Certainly could give it a think. I do have some stuff to take care of first, though. So yeah, I like the idea. As right now, I need to focus, though. How the fuck do you get through this place again? I could just pogo, couldn't I? Okay, doing alright for ourselves. Come along there. I don't think it can reach me here. No. Head down here. Okay, okay. Okay. Yo, what up? Heal up. Is I serve as an infinite source of soul, which is pretty handy. I did not realize that at first, that you could dream nail them for soul and just kill them on my first time through. That was a mistake. But I made a lot of mistakes on my first time through this bit. To say the least. Nope. Oh, I forgot to heal. Damn it! Mr. Damn it! Okay. There we go. This was right. Okay. Alright. Halfway done. Not too shabby. Making good time. Alright, second half. Let's go. I can remember where it is. Oh, bench. A lot of people take Hive Blood for this, and I get it. In the sense that it's like, oh yeah, Hive Blood. Infinite healing. And the only thing you need here is infinite heal. Oh, this is wrong. So, like, I get taking Hive Blood for this part, but... I just don't like waiting the 10 seconds it takes to get the heal. Like, shit, I want to just keep moving. Perhaps that's a bit, impatient of me, but all the same. Alright, this one. Whee! Couple dashes, up above. Jump again, just in case. Is there a way you can go down? I don't think so. Go up. Yay! I don't remember if there's anything up above there. Ah! Pain. Yeah. I'm not very good at platforming. Desfortunadamente. The White... Oh, God, though. Before I did the White Palace the first time, I was so bad at platforming. But not getting good is not an option here. So... I eventually made it. But I'm still not the best. I do like that the White Palace is in the game, though. It's a very cool challenge. It does help you with your control a bit, which honestly, versus the Radiants, having good control is pretty important. Give me some soul. Alright, nothing up there. Easy dash. Good stuff. God, though, have you ever seen... I don't know if you've ever watched, Hollow Knight videos in general, but seeing people do the White Palace with just, like, 1 HP Steel Soul mode, I'm just... How? What kind of crazy psycho do you have to be for that? Ah, damn it. Also, I can never get over the atmospheric contrast of the very pretty music, the very pretty backgrounds, and then saws. Saws everywhere. They're loud, too. I'm safe, okay. Just poke. Ah! That's White Palace for you, though. Okay. Not too far. Okay. Whew. That might be a little low. Yeah, a little low. I'm a little low again. Alright. This might be better off just dashing and pogoing. Nope! Well, I still might be better off, just... Okay, there we go. Can I go up? What's down here again? Right. Nope. This is, God... You can honestly see just from this why I struggled horribly when I was using Lifeblood, where it's like, you have 14 attempts. Don't fuck up. But yeah, about that. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. There's an easier way past some of this stuff, I think. Well, works, so whatever. Yeah, there's multiple ways through the White Palace. I don't remember if I've ever gone that way before. Up we go. Yeah, the White Palace is, it's something else. I love it for the pure sadism, in the same way that I love Sen's Fortress. For just, damn, you guys are sadistic, and I appreciate it. Bench. Not that I need it in this case, but when I first did this, this bench was just a godsend. I was like, oh, thank fuck. I don't have to walk all the way every time I die, because holy hell, did I die a lot. And yeah, we will not be doing the Path of Pain today. That shit is optional for a reason. Fuck, I forgot. For some reason I thought it didn't make it all the way there. I don't know why. Nope. Heal up. Oh god. I am weird in that I have a strange appreciation and love of Sen's in Blighttown. Sen's more than Blighttown, although, I don't know, I have a bizarre fondness for Blighttown as well. Oh, this is bad timing. Okay. Although I should clarify, I don't mind the lower part of Blighttown, the swampy bit. I hate the way down into it. I just skip the way down into it every time I play these days. Like, ew, no. Let's see, it's weird. The swampy bit I don't actually mind that much. I think it's partly because I always have the rusted iron ring, and I also am familiar enough with the swampy bit. Also, it's where I farm large titanite shards. Oh, that was bad. Damn it. But Sen's took me 5 hours, maybe 6 my first time. Yeah, I recently completed Demon Souls. I don't actually have a PlayStation of any kind. So I had to borrow a friend's, and by borrow I mean go to his house every other week and slowly play it like that. But I made my way through Demon Souls like that, just using my friends. Same with Bloodborne. Although Bloodborne... Oh, nice. Bloodborne. Are you finishing the DLC or just main story tonight? Because, man, the DLC is something else. Gotta love the DLC. Like, Bloodborne's a really good game without it, but it's not the same without the DLC. Ah! No, okay. Yeah, I was lucky. I have a friend who got a PS5. And even with COVID, we managed to work out where I could come to his house at times to just gradually make my way through the game. It's fun. Demon Souls is jank as fuck, though. Like, holy hell, that game is so janky. It's part of what makes it fun, but at the end of the day, I was like, man, there's a game in the Souls series that has done basically everything this has done, only better. Oh, god damn it. But yeah, in terms of Soulsborne plus Sekiro, if I had to rank them in order of my favorites, it's DS1 is absolutely my favorite for multiple reasons. After that, it's probably Bloodborne, but Bloodborne and Sekiro are really close in my book. Oh, damn it. Like, Bloodborne and Sekiro, I think I prefer Bloodborne, but that's mainly just the aesthetic, and I like the trick weapon system. Sekiro's really close in terms of just my opinion of their overall quality. Damn it. And then after that, DS2 and 3 I'm both kind of with. They both have their good points and they both have their bad points. Ah. Yeah, I never touched the Chalice dungeons in Bloodborne. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I got a little way into them. I think I beat Rom in the Chalice dungeons, and at the end of that fight I was just like, this is really boring. Ooh, Sekiro's really good. I'm actually thinking I'm not sure which game I'm going to stream after Hollow Knight, and Sekiro is one of the possibilities. How do you do this? That works. Huh? Sekiro's weird. I had a worse opinion of Sekiro than I really should have when I was first going into it. It's funny, DS2 is too easy in some ways and too hard in others. It's like, I don't know if it's just the playstyle or what, but sometimes I go into it and I'm like, this is a joke, I'm just breezing through. And then sometimes it's kicking my ass. And I honestly don't know what it is about it. People are like, oh, Bloodborne and Sekiro are hard. I have no difficulty with either of those games. Damn it. Honestly, Sekiro at the start was really hard, don't get me wrong. But once you got used to it, it's like, this game's almost too easy. Part of it is just that Sekiro has a very strong control scheme. It's the sort of game where once you figure out how to play it, because there is only really one way to play it, then it's done. Yeah, no, Chalice Dungeons I just got so bored with. Some of the bosses look cool, and I'm like, oh, this would be fun to fight, but then I just couldn't be bothered. It was like, shit, I'm just too bored. Already gone up there? Already gone up there. So wait, was I going the right way? I think I was going the right way. Yeah. Now, Chalice Dungeons, I think, are fine as an idea, but in practice, I'm just like, ew. No thanks. I'll write this. How do I get down from there? That's works. Ah. Where the hell do I go from here? I'm trying to remember how the hell you get around White Palace. Did I go the wrong way? Or do I just have to leap of faith? No, no leap of faith. DS2. Yeah. There's also some enemies in DS2, like... I don't remember what they're called, but remember the... It's like Dragon Eyrie or whatever that place was? Those Mace Knights in there where they would sometimes just skip the ending animation and just go straight into another attack off of one of their attacks. It's like... It's a game built around dodging the enemy attack and then hitting back. And there's an enemy that just doesn't actually bother to stop attacking? Like, excuse me? What? The fuck? Oh, god damn it. DS2. Gameplay-wise, DS2 is just... It does some things very right, and a lot of things really not. Made it. Go. Whew, that was close. And the funny thing with DS2 is, I actually liked the story of DS2 if it wasn't a Dark Souls game. Like, if they hadn't called it Dark Souls 2, if it was just... I don't know, whatever... And they hadn't bothered trying to stick to Dark Souls lore, or make it fit in with Dark Souls canon, just let it be its own thing. Like, shit, I thought the themes of that game were pretty good. Memory, all that. They had something good going for them there. But no, it was just, oh, it's Dark Souls 2, we gotta make it Dark Souls. And I thought it just kind of ruined the ending of DS1 having a sequel like that. I thought honestly kind of same with DS3. I'm done with White Palace. That was fast. I usually take a good hour plus on this place. Here we see the King's Molds all dead. DS2 is so broken. We have a little secret here. No blazing kin. Only one light shall shine against the dark. The worm becomes beacon, minds expand to yield to devote. Eternity and promise, and charge and progeny cursed. Doesn't mean a lot, but... seems to be the worm's intent to dominate. Ah, see, the thing with 3... 3 was... fun, I guess? I'll complete this thought, actually, before I move on from the White Palace, but... the thing with DS3, and like strength builds a lot. And strength builds just felt like shit in parts of DS3. Pontiff Sullivan... you're kind of the only option, it felt like, with the strength build to take him on normally was just tank up with heavy armor, face tank his attacks, and hit him back really hard. If you tried to fight the fight normally, it was just bloody impossible. You couldn't hit him without getting hit, pretty much. And then Champion Gundyr, I fought him with the Black Knight Great Axe, and you literally could not hit him without being hit. Unless you only got one hit off. And one hit's damage was just pathetic. It was bad. Also, I don't know, a lot of 3 felt like they were still designing Bloodborne. Like, a lot of these fights, I'm like, this is a Bloodborne fight. It's got the speed and just crazy 500 attacks of a Bloodborne boss. But this is Dark Souls. It's not Bloodborne. Why are you designing Bloodborne? Also, man, 3 got real anime. Especially in the DLC, which I haven't actually completed yet, but I only bought it last Christmas. But some of the DLC in 3 are just like, ugh, god. I enjoy it on one level because it's stupid, but... was it Fume Ultra Greatsword in 3? I don't remember Fume Ultra in 3. Fume Ultra in 2 was fun. But no, I did enjoy 3's combat a lot, except for some of the Bloodborne enemies. But the story in 3, I'm just like, this is so dumb. You just took DS1's story, and then you made it not make sense. Like, why? I don't know. Anyways, Hollow Knight. No cost too great. As here we have the Pale King. He is dead, although he still has Dream. Although perhaps dead for good now. And we have completed the King's Soul. Why the king? Why is the Pale King dead? I don't know. Also, my theory with I have a minor theory of the Pale... Oh, Soul of Worm, Soul of Root, Heart of... Okay, so Root is involved. So you were made from Root and Worm, with a Heart of Void. I do have a minor theory that the Pale King, as the... what's-his-face? Balloon or something says? What is death for a worm but another transformation? So maybe the Pale King moved on. Or maybe he's actually dead. I don't know. Okay, see ya. And yeah, just to follow up on the very end, Bloodborne is fun. And I can see if you started with Bloodborne and playing it everything very aggressively, then I could see why you'd like 3. I started with DS1. But I don't know, my playstyle still ends up being really aggressive, and I found Bloodborne suited my playstyle really well, but something about 3 just doesn't feel right. It feels off. But yeah. I should probably stop talking about Dark Souls anyways, because God, I could go on about that series for forever. And this is Hollow Knight, and we're doing something besides just dodging saws now. Let's do the fucking flower quest. Well, come to think of it. Yeah, we're gonna do the flower. But we're gonna do things just a little differently. So, normally, when people do the flower quest... Well, actually, I don't know, but when I've seen people do it in streams, they'll go like... Resting ground, they'll take maybe the tram, go through Green Path or whatever. Nah. What we're gonna do, we'll take it, we'll go past Blue Lake, that's pretty usual. That or the tram. We'll head up, we'll go around, we'll go down into Fungal Wastes, we'll head on in through Teacher's Archives, and we'll go down through Fog Canyon path here, across there, and down into Dunk It In. But, why then... We'll change our charms. I'll explain this for a minute. Why then are we coming from the other side? Well, A, so I can practice a few parts of it, but also B, we're not going to be sitting at a bench. And a lot of enemies you kill along the way do not respawn if you do not sit at bench or warp. We're going to make use of that. We'll run Shaman Stone, I think. Soul Catcher. Mark of Prize. I think Shaman Stone, Unbreakable Strength. I kind of want Wayward Compass just to know where I am, but... I think we're going to run Spell Twister. We're going to go all out for this. No, actually I like the Compass. I don't know, it just feels wonk. There's a lot of ways to take it, this little challenge here. I'm just going with what I'm familiar and good with. We're not going to be getting hit, in theory. Or, put another way, we want to avoid, at all costs, anything getting hit. So we charm around the idea that we're not going to get hit. So, Grub Song is obviously pointless. And we're buffing our spells because what's a good way to not get hit? Kill things with spells. It's a pretty simple strat. This is the kind of thing you want to make as easy as possible, because goddamn is it a pain in the ass. To the right, I think. That's up. So down, yeah, down to the right. You are a problem. You Mantis assholes are a problem. And I think you respawn, maybe? Well, no, we'll find out. We'll find out in the end. That's for sure. But nah. For the moment, before I forget, I'm going to practice just a little sticking the landing. Because I've never failed on this part, but boy have I gotten close. And I don't want to fail. See, like that's so close. We don't want that. We do not want that at all. I'm going to practice once more, just... So dash, jump and dash, fall and dash. Okay. We'll just have to not fuck up when the time comes. Pop. Yeah. Okay. Down here. Making our way back along the trail. Fuck you. Those things can be dangerous. I don't remember if they respawn or not. I feel like they probably do. Fortunately, we kill them pretty fast. That is the one boon we have. Man, Unbreakable Strength is so good. It's a little game-breaking. Despite being unbreakable. Heh. Oh, money. Don't know how I missed that. Really don't know how I missed that. Alright, we're gonna kill off these things and hope they don't respawn. The little ones I know for sure do. I'm not sure if the big ones do. So we're gonna make sure they die. They deserve it anyways. Fuck these guys. Right up through here. Grub, while we're here, I'm pretty sure is gonna just be up there somewhere. Although we can't jump over there. Interesting. What about if we were to go up here? Crystal dash. What up? Okay. You. Foul creatures. Be gone. Ha. Gibated. Ah, did that pretty well. And Shadow Dash is nice. Yeah, we want to clean up everything in our way. I'm gonna get hit by that one, yeah. That's fine, it's fine. Heal up. We don't have to care that much about taking damage here since we'll be full soul enough soon enough anyways. I'm not gonna be using the soul for very much right now. We're gonna take care of those and hope they don't respawn. The fungal waste is right over there. If they do respawn, I'm gonna be sad. Wait, is this the right part of the fungal wastes? Yes. Okay. Clear out these jerks. Again, hopefully no respawn. Pop. Pop. I think they probably do, though. So, we'll take that when it comes along. Acid resistance is necessary for this pathway, by the way. But honestly, I feel like doing the flower quest without it is just... Save the flower quest for later. It should be one of the last things you do, because it's just such a pain. I don't hate its existence, necessarily, but God. This stupid flower quest is just such a pain in the ass. Whee! Pop. And then, no. This way. Ah! That was a little weird. Up and up we go. Infected Crossroads. Fuck you. Infected Crossroads is honestly arguably the most dangerous part of this, just because, wow, is it easy to get hit by some of these things. I think basically all of my Flower Quest failures I've ever had have been to something in the Crossroads. I've had close calls elsewhere, but I don't remember actually failing it in the other places. At least using this strategy. Crossroads is the tough bit. Although, being able to two-shot these vultures helps a lot. So you could probably manage without, but... And also a big part is obviously just playing it careful. Righto. Let's go. Oi! Fuck off. This is not the right way to go. Yeah. Pop. Okay. Being able to one-shot these losers is nice. Huh. Hunter Journal. Don't mind if I do. So we have the easy... Ah! Pain. And when we're dashing the other way, we don't have to worry about being up there anyways. So clearing out those things, which I think respawn as it is, doesn't matter. But... Yep. Quirrell's nail was left behind. Whether that's because this is his final resting place, or if he just gave up the nail and went about the rest of his days, I could not tell you. But, so long, Quirrell. You are a cool enough dude. Why do you keep aiming up? I'm in front of you. Whatever. And now... aggro out those jerks. We're gonna want to clear these guys up just in case. Pretty sure they don't respond. Heh. Thanks for that. Ah, and then up above here. Okay, here we go. Let's do it. Why? She's sacred, precious, one of its kind flower, ruined. She's love, denied her final gift. Such suffering for she, such misery, she thought she could bear no more. I suppose she does have one more flower, though. You have a lot more than one. But, Lemaire, this one is equally sacred and equally fragile. Were one to accept such a quest, it must become a precious heart. Would such a thing again be tried? Yes. And this new sacred, one-of-its-kind flower she shall give you, as she warned before, must become precious as one heart whilst held. If you were to get hurt again whilst carrying it, or did it to attempt to ride those jostling, jolting transit beasts, this one too shall be destroyed. Though my faith in one has been challenged, my hopes are still with you, Lemaire. Alright, here we go. Hopefully this will take one try. We'll find out. I don't think I've ever actually one-tried it, so let's not hope too much. Both of you gone. Both of you are gone. Excellent. Charge! And you can see the vulture does not pose a threat. It's too slow. Splat. We're going to proceed with some degree of caution, which unfortunately is something I'm not good at. Impatient bastard that I am. But caution must be becoming of us right now, I'm afraid. We are effectively at 1 HP. Which means even the tiniest, most pathetic of bugs must be treated as a threat. Uh-oh, that is not the correct way. This is. So we do not want to make more danger for ourselves. That would be bad. Especially while we have Cheese Precious Heart. Fortunately, you are not primal aspids. Okay, up a bit. Don't want to get hit by that, that's for sure. That would be a really, really bad end. Oh no, I was impaled upon a falling rock. Okay, right. No, I went above it. Diamete. Ball bear. I knew I was like, this don't seem right. I knew it. I was thinking of Fog Canyon as the destination too much, when really, it's Fungal Wastes right now. I mean, both ways I'm sure work. Check the map, actually. I wonder if the Fog Canyon way arguably might be easier. Actually, yeah, might be easier that way. Because don't have to deal with the ascending the fungal bits. Although I don't remember how much of a pain in the ass going down into Fog Canyon from that angle was. That's where it becomes mildly questionable. But fuck it, we'll find out. Although now you become an issue. You dispatch with extreme prejudice. That's why Shaman Stone is nice. We do not risk. We get Essence. We Fog Canyon. Once again, acid resistance. Necessary. We try and remember what is below us. And it's basically the same, it's just... Uh-oh. You guys did in fact respawn. I had a feeling. But... sometimes you hope you're wrong. Now we can just do this. Wait a minute. This isn't the way. Oh, it's a possible way. I prefer the Teacher's Archives. Okay. Once again, acid res for the win. It makes this whole quest a hell of a lot easier. Those boys didn't respawn. Interesting. No complaints here, that's for sure. How we doing? Pop. God damn it, I saw that coming. Ah! That's what happens when you miss your platform, and I should remember to come from this side. It's easier. Right. Note to self, other side. Right, we run it back. Well, let's go. Flower quest is a pain. And if we were to warp gate, all the enemies respawn. Which makes it a bigger pain. It's not too big of a time investment, though, at least. Could be worse. It's just not that fun, is the thing. And while it's arguably not necessary, a mask fragment is a big deal. Especially when it's like, we have 3 mask fragments already, why wouldn't we want to get a 4th? And then it's even more of a kind of an important little pickup, because having 9 masks instead of 8 means that against bosses that hit you for 2 damage, you get a full extra fuck up. It takes them 5 hits instead of 4, which is a surprisingly big deal sometimes. Man, though, only 4 hits without healing against 2 masked bosses, why, they are rough. That is not a lot of errors allowed. And well, obviously you can heal. It's, it takes twice the amount. So we are not... Bitch. We are not too fond of them. Well, I say that. Most of my favorite bosses in this game are bosses that do 2 masks of damage. Although it's not because they do 2 masks. However, it's also not something I think I would take away from them. They're meant to be difficult. And if they do normal damage, you'd lose a certain amount of that. Yeah, Radiance, Nightmare King Grim, and the Pure Vessel are 3 of my absolute favorite fights in this game. And they are arguably the hardest. And all do to have 2 masks. The only other boss I'd put up there with them is Sisters of Battle, which... Damn, that's a good fight. That's a good thing it doesn't do 2 masks of damage also. Eek! Never beaten it on Ascended. Maybe someday. I don't think I've beaten it on Ascended. Pretty sure I haven't. No, Sisters of Battle is so much fun, though. Holy shit. That fight, there's just so much... It's just like basic, pure, rapid-fire action. No time to think, just do. I will not be voice acting you here, Chi Lemaire or whatever. Righto, we move on. We try again. I continue my record of not ever getting it in the first try. How many tries will this one take? Tune in to find out next week. You know, as an aside, this is completely irrelevant to literally anything, but since I've not much else to talk about at this exact moment, and it was just something that popped into my head. Set aside, I remember as a kid watching Saturday morning cartoons, and the whole to be continued next week thing never really got to me until Scooby-Doo started doing it. And it's like, It's Scooby frickin' Doo. It doesn't need a dramatic to be continued right before they rip off the person's mask and then finish up the last 5 minutes of the episode next week. Like, half the time the criminal, I mean, they're mostly criminals, I guess. Half the time the criminal is just the only other person in the frickin' episode besides the Scooby Gang. At least with classic Scooby-Doo. This wasn't classic, so maybe it was a little more complex, but it was like... Scooby-Doo was never something that needed a to-be-continued cliffhanger. Ever. It just doesn't fit. Am I... Oh, this is a fungal way. No, I'm still going the right way. Okay. I have not yet been led astray. Die. Die. Okay, we decided straight fog canyon. It's probably easier. Because no ascent of the mushrooms. I feel like I've done both ways before, though, so... yeah. We have decided this way is easier, and thus this way we shall go. We avoid unnecessary conflict. We enter Fog fucking Canyon. Realm of the satanic jellyfish. Enders of runs. Which is funny, I don't think I've ever actually gotten hit by these jellies before this time. They've been close calls, but... okay. We're on track. Man, it's so nice not having any of these bubbles be explosives. I don't like watching my step. Yeah. Alright, round 2 with this room. And we remember, we go right. We plan, we plot. We kill the jellyfish. We do not fall this time. We, for the love of God, do not hit the jump button. Until there. We cross fingers and see what respawns. You're not a problem. You're not a problem. Oh? Thorny boys do not respawn. We like that. We like that very much. Alright, up and around. Nothing here. Good, good. You're fine. We still play this careful. Okay, okay. We can do this. Yes! Okay. Second try. It is always my second try. Thank you, Ghost of Trader. A bow to you too. Here sleeps the trader's child. Finally put to rest. Yeah, this is the third time I've done this, and it is always the second try. It's done, at least. Back to Che. Why? The Grey Mourner, by the way, I'm not sure if I've mentioned this. Grey Mourner is one of the 5 Great Knights. There was Dung Defender, Grey Mourner, the dead person outside of Lady's place, the big boy who the Grub stole first boss, and then I think, yeah, and then what's her face, Isma, the one whose grove the Dung Defender guards. So these guys don't respawn when you teleport. Some things respawn when you teleport, some don't, I think. We've yet to sit at a bench anyways, so... Lemaire? Me? Lemaire, you have done this thing! Is it possible? This world's cruelty. I thought it overwhelming, but Lemaire, such great compassion, that Shay's love would know her partner's heart even aeon past. Is it that, Lemaire? Such grief can end. Shay can end. Oy, and I, dear love, Shay too can end. And the Grey Mourner is gone. We have the final mask. Okay. Good shit. Now, I'm gonna upgrade Fragile Heart. So we have a few things left on the docket. We've gotten everything I'd intended to do today done, and a little bit more, I feel like. Do you have anything to say to us? Nope. But we still have time, so... I'm not voice acting you. Why'd you eat my charm? You make me pay through the nose to get it back after you shit it out. God divine is gross and a terrible person. Okay. So do I want to get... Well, actually first, before I forget, let's check out the King's Soul. Holy charm symbolizing union between higher beings. The bearer will slowly absorb the limitless soul contained within. Opens the way to a birthplace. Let's put it on, and let's pay the Queen a visit. Let's see what she has to say. Al Mesodo. I can take that off now. Pop. Fastest way to Root Lady is probably through... Where was it? Up here? Up here. No. No, the path isn't open. Right, there's only one way to Root Lady, and it's... past the boss. You cannot shortcut. Ha, I fear you no longer. You pose no threat as foolish things. Pop. So we go up and up. Wait a minute, there's a grub there we'll have to get. must not forget to get love. Hop on up. Hop on up. Up we go. Oh, hey. Nice. Let's see, we should be there. I think still go up. You will not shoot your needles at me, Henry Freeman said. I think it's... where is it? Maybe. I feel like we are too high. This is why I like the compass. Even if I can piece together where I am. I am less than fantastic at it. I think this is where we had to be. Yes. We're off to visit the Queen. And Cloth has moved on. You will be missed, Cloth. Do I seem prisoner here? If so, it's not by any choice but my own. These bindings about me I've chosen to erect. There is some shame I feel for my own part in the deed, and this method guarantees its cease. I still feel that urge, you see, I always will, of a voracious desire to spread seeds upon the land, to propagate myself, to breed. Root. Very plant-based. Her bindings were self-inflicted to stop herself making any more children out of the guilt she feels over the mass creation and slaughter of the siblings. Ah, so it bears our once fractured soul now complete. Such strength, such resolve, such dedication. Is it more than simply a vessel? I almost feel like I'm once again in the presence of my beloved worm. The king's soul. What is at the heart of it, I wonder? If its curiosity wills it, it should seek out that place. That place where it was born, where it died, where it began. Okay. It tells you, go to the abyss. The place you were born, the abyss. Go. We're gonna just warp, actually. And visit the abyss we shall. Hidden station. We don't need the King's Soul on us, so I'm gonna take it off. I'll put on the usual. And away we go. The abyss. This place always gets me. It's so cool. Wait, do you need the king soul on you? I thought you didn't. I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, that's an RIP and a half. I guess you do. Damn. Well, shit. Oh, fuck off. Just sworn I'd come here without it on before. In second playthrough, and it still worked. But, guess not. 'Tis fine, 'tis fine. 'Tis not an issue. We waste about a minute, and we learn something in the process. Come back to me, stag. Al Mesodo, indeed. Take off again. Take a dip. And we descend once more. This time, perhaps, for the last time. Ah. I don't know if you actually need to ground pound that. I just did. As we are in tunnels, you can see this. All this mass is corpses of our siblings, and their shades haunt its ruins. So incredibly many. The very floor of the abyss seems to be made of them. And it goes down for forever. The numbers sacrificed to keep the kingdom of Hallownest alive, even though that ultimately failed, is it begets the mind. And here, arcane egg of sorts. An egg. We've seen these before, but this one reflects us in it. So when we dream nail it, we dream nail ourselves. No cost too great. shall seal the blinding light that plagues their dreams. Ah, the vessel. You are the Hollow Knight. Collected the Void Heart. Oh, I love that scene. It still gives me shivers. It's so good. And you reflect in it no longer. The shades do not harm you anymore. Void Heart. An emptiness that was hidden within, now unconstrained. Unifies the void under the bearer's will. This charm is part of its bearer and cannot be unequipped. Yes, the king's soul, union of root and worm, consumed by the void. It gives you no more benefits and is a part of your very self, but unifies the void under your will. Beings of void no longer threaten you. Well, the Collector still would, but Collector's weird. The Shades do not. Or the Siblings, as they're called, do not. Nor do the Black Tendrils. As you can see, the void here does not lash up at us anymore. But God, no, I love that scene so much. It's so atmospheric. And also, for anyone who does not understand what they just saw, in dream nailing yourself, you see your own memories. Lord of Shades. That is us now. As you see your own memories, when that was the birth of the Hollow Knight, the vessel that would seal the Radiance. It was selected from amidst the uncountable numbers of potential vessels, which you could see falling failures down to the ground there. It was selected as the pure one by the king, and then that place was sealed, locking all the other failures away in the abyss. That was your memory of trying to work your way out of the abyss yourself and being so close, only to have it shut before your very eyes. Quite something, though. And now, having remembered it, I guess having accepted ourselves, the void unifies under our will. Now, I think I'm gonna go fight the failed champion. Although, what charms do we want to use? We don't collect a lot of soul in that fight. Soul Catcher and Grub Song would be somewhat useful. Let's run Sharp Shadow. Cashing through it can be useful. You tell. Man, Sharp Shadow's an interesting charm. I may or may not use it against Grim, but yeah, it's faster this way. So Sharp Shadow increases dash range and makes your Shadow Dash deal damage. Though it's only one nail's attack, essentially, of damage. It's not that much. It's also unaffected by, Unbreakable Strength. Or Fragile Strength, for that matter. They're one and the same, basically. But the thing about it that makes it tricky, it's the simple fact that it increases your dash range, which sounds good at first, but a lot of muscle memory is tied into the range of your dash. If you get used to Sharp Shadow, it's really hard to take it off, because you are just attuned to that dash length now, and it's difficult to break that habit. Same with when you're starting with it. It's very easy to over dash and get into trouble because you're not used to the dash length. But the extra dash can have its uses. For one, there's a lot of enemies that with Sharp Shadow you can just dash clean through to dodge their attacks with. Oh, that's interesting. That's real interesting. I had forgotten. Well, that is not an option for us. While we're here, I wonder if the shaman says anything. I'm not sure if I've ever checked with him at this point. Well, shaman? Nope. Where me now? He either knows not nor cares, whichever. That the void is now unified under our will. But frankly, it has little to do with him, so... I should have just gone to Stag Station. You know, come to think of that, would have been closer in the first place, wouldn't it? Oh well. God, I'm not good at Failed Champion, though. This is going to be interesting. It's also... So I actually looked it up the other day because I was curious. Failed Champion in the Pantheon of Hallownest, the boss attack that is literally every single boss in the game in a row. Failed Champion is like the third to last, I think? Fourth to last, maybe? He's really late in it. So the game realizes, or the developers, I should say, really realize that he's frickin' hard. He's really frickin' hard. So with that in mind, it just seems a little bit odd. The dream boss of the first boss, and a boss you can access, honestly, really early in the game. All you need, I think, is Mantis Claw. Actually, you need that. Let's see, you can just jump over here. And jump up, jump up. But yeah, you need Mantis Claw to get up here, at least, so yeah. All you need is Mantis Claw to access, and of course the Dream Nail, but duh. Like, it's really easy to access this guy, but he kicks your ass. Imagine if you're a new player being like, oh, it's Dream Boss of the first boss in the game. It's probably, I should be able to beat that, and then why am I dying every fight in 2 seconds? Why is this the hardest thing ever? Am I just that bad? No, this boss is just really hard. Heal up. Still knock his barrels down into him. Uh-oh. Alright, we're DPSing well at least. That's what's important. Oh, wow. We kicked ass. he goes. I do not remember him being that fast to die. Maybe he has more HP in Godhome. I don't know. I'm used to fighting. I'm remembering fighting him in Godhome more or so. Still, he's a nasty fight, potentially. We just kind of shredded him is all. I wanted it. Strength to protect the others. That's probably more of a, ooh, I wanted it. The strength to protect the others. When I saw that knight, sleeping, safe in his big armored shell, it wasn't madness that drove me to it. I just wanted it. But, in the end, if strength cannot save you, then what can? Well, I do understand. I do not condone, but I do understand. Man, we're killing it. We could fight Grim. It is an option. Let's at least give it a shot. It's been a long time since I fought this fucker. The other option would be to get the grubs. I'm gonna give Grim a shot. I'm also gonna pull out my secret special tactic for him. This is the way this is what I use. I think I'll see if I can recreate it perfectly. I'm gonna pull out a charm build that I used when I first beat him. This is Joni's Blessing, Lifeblood Core. Wait a minute. Joni's Blessing for sure. Maybe it was Heart instead of Core. Because I also ran Sharp Shadow and Nail Masters. Now the thing here is you don't actually need Sharp Shadow. Also, let's compare. So with this I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11? No, 13? Alright, 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Okay. This I have 13. With Lifeblood Heart. $15. With Lifeblood, that's hard again. Core. 3. God, they're hard to see somehow. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17. With Unbreakable Heart. 3, 6, 9, 12, 16. Which I guess is more or less the same. So you can get. If you run Lifeblood Core, you get the most tries out of it, but you can't run Sharp Shadow. Which, let's try that. Let's try it without Sharp Shadow. I had Sharp Shadow when I did this the first time, but we do need Nail Masters, though. Where's... I mean, that could be useful. That's not. Let's just fucking use the compass for the memes. We'll see how it does without Sharp Shadow, and then I'll make a decision. Now, the idea is a very simple idea behind this build. I mean, Grimchild is an unfortunate necessity. But then, why Lifeblood? Well, it's basically because the first time I fought this guy, it was late. It had been a fairly long day already. It was like 2 a.m. I'd been playing for a while after getting back from work. And it was a struggle. I was dying a bajillion times. I was having trouble just reacting in time to his attacks. He's fast as fuck. And my reaction time isn't good when I'm at my A game and it's not late. So So I was having trouble actually getting heals off, and just staying alive long enough to learn him. So I was like, okay, this guy's hard enough to heal against as it is. I'm just going to ignore healing. I'm just going to focus in fully on defense, while also trying to maximize damage. Nailmaster's Glory, for one slot, is extremely strong in this fight. Nail Arts are actually really good against Grim. And you kind of need Glory to get them off reliably. Also, it's not affected by... Nail Arts aren't affected by Unbreakable Strength, so this is unnecessary. I'd started with this, and I looked into that, I was like, oh. So we kick that, and then we go full defense. So this way, you don't have to worry about healing, and you can stay alive a lot longer. Like, compared to 9 mass, this is, what was it? 15, 16? 17? Let's see. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17 compared to 9. So you get 9, you can have 9 mistakes with this. With default number of masks, you get 5. If you don't get the heals off. Alright, let's see how we do. We'll see if we need Sharp Shadow. If we do have to take Sharp Shadow, we lose essentially just one... We lose one mistake, which is a surprisingly big deal, but can very much be worth it. Sharp Shadow is also another way to maximize DPS, but I want to try it without. It's quite the noises. So cool. Oh. I fucked that up. Fuck that up. It's been a while. This is gonna take me a minute. Oh. As you can see though, the DPS is pretty good. Ah! You don't want to run into him like that. Nope, missed my timing. Really fucked that one. I didn't do that well either. That's not a bad. So we're messing up a lot in our first attempt, but as you can see, still got to Puffer Phase 2. Puffer Phase. Pufferfish Phase 2. Okay. We'll get it a couple more tries. But I want to commit too hard to it. Sharp Shadow's kind of nice, but it's not necessary. It does help, though. It's probably worth it. It's just, I don't want to get used to the Sharp Shadow dash range, is really the only reason I'm not using it. Ah, that was bad. Ah, that was real bad. Nope. You want to dash through him at the end there, but I'm just missing it, so... Oh, that was very bad. Too close. Okay. Not doing too bad for ourselves. Oh, damn it. Nope. That was real bad. Focus. Ooh, that was close. I almost ran into him again. Oh, damn it. Got him. 2 tries, not bad. Last one was way too close. I feel like I made that fight look easier than it is, but this build also helps a lot. The Grim Troop is gone. And our boy, Wiggles here, is a cool dude now. But Divine sticks around. Yeah, they don't actually have much lore for why she sticks around. She's just here because they need you in case you want to keep your... in case you want to still be able to make Fragile into Unbreakables. Aha, good riddance. That creepy carnival has vanished and the town's right as I like it. It's quite enough to deal with just the occasional traveler. Whole structures appearing out of nowhere, dreadful music, horrific masks, all far more than one old bug should have to face. Elder Bug's a bit boring. Okay. Days of Living Scarlet Flame. We're gonna pay a visit to the Queen with this on, because she also has something to say about that. She also has something to say about the Defender's Crest, but... eh. Still going. What's funny is that even when Bretta disappears, he's still going. Yeah, that Grim build is basically just based around the fact that nail arts are really good against Grim. Like, really good. I'm not sure if I'd say exactly the best way to fight him. It's possible there are ways. For ease of use, skill required, and charm commitment, I think nail arts are unparalleled in their strength versus Grim. There's nothing better. I think basing it around nail arts, or just doing nail arts, maybe Sharp Shadow, and doing the rest defensively. Maybe actually, oh shit. I think Shaman Stone could also work, but honestly, I think that's the way to go. As you can see, that fight was less than perfect. I did not do amazing. I made a lot of mistakes. Which actually, 8 mistakes to be precise. And yet, we prevailed. Part of what makes nail art so good against Grim is just... you already don't have a lot of time to attack him, and nail arts can give a lot of damage in a single hit. Cyclone Slash also has ridiculous DPS. Quite the full thing off, we can actually get quite a bit off. Wait a minute, I'm going too far up. But I'm going to kill you anyways. Hop. You know... nah. I'll save the Radiance for tomorrow. It'll probably be a relatively short fight. It'll take me a few attempts, I'm guessing, but I don't think it'll take me too many. I also have one more charm to find.
Hui, Zuma Kong Kong.
Why, Zumakong? Oh, that creature beside. It would be naive to claim it friend, though you two share a similarity. Is a distant link, one words would stray to convey. For to cling to you now, you've been consumed in the ritual of that Scarlet Clan. In what poor moment they descended upon our ruin. Aid their propagation if you so choose, but do not renege on this larger task this kingdom implores.
Merma.
Your companion's eyes burn with a familiar flame. Success, then, for the Scarlet Heart, and irony to use my spawn to grow its own. I know you, creature, and the form time shall bring. You may be all in one, clan and master, but this land shall never bear so foreign a king.
Pianero.
That pulsing emptiness. Truly, it has been transformed by the revelations it found. Does it feel anything? Triumph or hate? If it does, I cannot sense it. The fate of our kingdom, our hollow nest, that future belongs to you now.
Pianero.
Okay. I don't think our mind's dialogue changes. Yeah. And yep, as she says, this grim child, having completed the ritual, will once more grow into a proper Grimm. The ritual allows the Nightmare Heart to continue. Propagates a clan. As it said, it is all one, clan and master. The members of the clan seem to be somewhat under the control of the Scarlet Heart, the Nightmare Heart. Or at least are somehow bound to it, as Brum was obviously not under its control entirely. But yes, they are definitely bound to it to some degree. If you choose to banish it, by the way, what is an accordion player similar to Brum, but with no memories, shows up in Dirtmouth. So seemingly he was banished from the clan. Yes, the Nightmare Heart is interesting. The Hunter's Journal, I think, also helps to elucidate it somewhat. Let's see what new things we have. Inside these shambling corpses is a bright light that pierces any darkness. I peered inside that light once and saw something within it shining back. Something terrible. Yes, he gazed upon a god, the Radiance, or at least a higher being. A thick orange mist fills these walking corpses. It has a sweet, sickly taste to it. I find it foul. After you kill these creatures, I suggest you do not eat them. Yep, seen these. Cunning predators that will try. I think we've read this. If you go just into the main space, just charge and cut them down, you'll find they're not so cunning once they're dead. I think we've read that. I think we've read most of these. Oh. They spend their whole lives hiding or fleeing. How sad. Or perhaps that is the life they choose for themselves and they enjoy it. It's a strange thought, but not impossible. You really would have to be a fool to be tricked by a plant. They all keep lookout for danger, and when one flies away, the rest do as well. I wonder how it feels to have the protection of a pack. Need 5 more of those. Yep. Something queer in the air has caused these mushrooms to grow hearts, minds, and even faces. This means they now fear for their lives, like all other living creatures. Hunter has a rather dark, philosophical take on things. his body to enjoy it. Are these hulking things beasts or are they mushrooms? I cut one in half and peered inside to find out, but could find no answers in its soft, stinking insides. 10 more. Fuck these things. Right. Watch a night. These silent warriors fall in battle, their bodies split open and strange bugs come flying out. I wonder, what will come flying out to me when I die? My hopes and fears drift away into the darkness. A shadow that sometimes flits through the chasms to itself. I've never seen it clearly, so I have no idea what type of creature it is. Scene. One more stone. I don't think any of these will have been new. Oh, the bugs of Hollowness were twisted out of shape by that ancient sickness. First, they fell into deep slumber, and they awoke with broken minds, and then their bodies started to deform. Not pleasant. Seeing these. Yep. The spines they fire seem to be mildly poisonous. Don't use them to clean between your fangs after eating. It seems like their energy is limitless. Do they ever stop to sleep, or eat, or love? The fact that there's love there as well. They will harass you from afar, so get close and strike quickly. Their bodies are brittle, and will fall easily to your nail. 5 more. I have felt that desire. The desire to take the infection to myself, become stronger, more powerful. These thoughts haunt my dreams during the darkest times. A false hope, but it can burn so brilliantly in one's mind. Seeing these. Yep. If you believe in something as hard as you can with your eyes shut tight, eventually it will come true. I don't think that's quite accurate. May your path lead you somewhere. Have a lot to say, do you, Markov? The expansive dream and past was split. One realm must stay apart. Darkest reaches, beating red, terror of sleep. The nightmare's heart. As the nightmare and dream seem to be similar. It was once split. The nightmare heart, a higher being, but on a different plane than the others. The bugs of Hollowness believe that their king created this world and everything in it. For what purpose, I wonder? Were his subjects companions, or toys, or children? Such a mind seems unknowable. Simple, weak creatures find strength by forming a hive and obeying a ruler. Such creatures become the arms and teeth and claws of their monarch. They say the old king died long ago, but his influence still echoes around us still. A creature like that. What did he desire? Good question. You know what? Fuck it. Should probably wrap up soon. Excuse me. Yeah. I think this is not a... Beating Grim was a little unexpected, but not unwelcome. So we're gonna call it here. Next time, Grubs, the Radiance, that last charm, and perhaps Godhome. See you then.